Alright, so I've got a modern pruning saw that I'm going to sharpen. The deal with these is the teeth are especially hardened, so you can't sharpen them with a file. You need to use some sort of diamond or grindstone. So what I'm going to use today is this Mastercraft Dremel with a diamond cutting blade basically on it. I'll sharpen each of these teeth. This is a pull saw, so the teeth slant backwards, so it cuts on the pull stroke instead of the push stroke. Like most carpentry saws cut on the push stroke. This is kind of a pruning saw, so it cuts on the pull stroke. Alright, so the deal here is you can't sharpen a saw that's shaking everywhere. They're always flexible. So I clamped it in two pieces of oak to hold it real still so I can grind accurately on each of these tooths. And I'm just going to take this Dremel here and go down the left side first and then the right side and just bring back the beaten and battered tips, the original kind of point that points backwards. On these pull saws, as far as I can tell, most of what sharpening has to do is just sharpening the tip. The edges don't really matter, so just put a new tip on all of them. They're nice and pointy. When you rub your hand down, every little tooth should catch your finger and try and rip it. And when you can do that, you know you're sharp. And we just need to talk about setting. Set has to do with how wide the teeth are in relation to the blade. So basically, all the teeth on the left need to point to the left, all the teeth on the right need to point to the right, and that way when it cuts the wood, it cuts out a bigger channel than the saw blade is. That way, you know, your saw blade doesn't get all bound up with all the wood all the time. And so, obviously when it gets dull, sometimes it'll wear on those teeth and they won't cut as wide anymore, so you have to set them. This saw has big enough teeth, you could probably set them on a pair of pliers, just kind of bend them out a little bit. But I've got a cool little setting tool that you just kind of set on each tooth. When you squeeze the handle, it just pushes that tooth out a micro, like millimeter. And do that up the left side, down the right side, and the saw should be just about as good as new.